This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
It's a Kiwi squash for the men in blue in Chennai. India's warm-up encounter turns profitable with a mammoth 117 runs win. The CBI grills Reliance Communications topman Anil Ambani for 3 hours at the headquarters, questions as to why he pulled out of Swan Telecom. Meanwhile, Dr. Manmohan Singh defends himself in the Spectrum scam, saying A. Raja assured him of transparent deals.
He said, I have been absolutely transparent in my dealings.
But the DMK remains undeterred by the Prime Minister. The spokesperson of the party admits that the coalition is not holding Dr. Singh back.
He was very clear on his speeches, and I think it has nothing like accusing the coalition or something.
The Prime Minister also reiterates that the centre will have zero tolerance towards the killing of Indian fishermen in foreign waters.
This sort of behavior is not acceptable among neighborly countries.
A ray of hope is shed over a DMK-Congress combined win at the Assembly polls in the state. The Prime Minister is hopeful.
Well, I am not an astrologer, but I do hope that the ruling coalition will win.
And the magic of the superstar is one that lasts for over 10 years. NDTV crowns Rajinikanth the entertainer of the decade.
So it is all God's grace. So all credit goes to God. So I have to be humble. Thank you.
This is the late night news on NDTV Hindu. I'm Evelyn Matthew, and there's no stopping the excitement of the big win at the Chepauk Stadium today. 117 runs. What a lead and what a win. Before we get into all of that in detail, from the big win, a look at the other headlines this hour. Ours is a functioning government despite all the talk of a lame duck Prime Minister, says Manmohan Singh. Pranab Mukherjee meets top BJP leaders Sushma Swaraj and Arun Jaitley to break the House deadlock. BJP wants JPC announcement on the 22nd. And Devas threatens strong legal steps if the government doesn't fulfill its obligations under the S-Spectrum agreement. Well, get your cheer song for the men in blue in tune and smear the tricolour on your faces. The win is here. The warm-up match has been won by India in Chennai. This is our World Cup special on NDTV Hindu. Well, it may have just been a warm-up game, but the jubilation that has followed has been eccentric. What a win! And India has won, in fact, their second warm-up match. This was against the Kiwis at the Chidambaram Stadium. India have registered a comprehensive win of 170 runs against the Kiwis. Earlier, the New Zealand openers did start the innings on a positive note and scored runs at the run rate of more than 6 in the first 2 power play. But they failed to continue the momentum after spinners were brought into the attack. Indian pacers disappointed again, while spinners shared 8 wickets among themselves. And this was the last warm-up game for both the teams before the league match starts on the 19th of this month, that is 3 days away.
On the whole, we just stick to our basics. You know, as the spinners, you just need to bowl right line and length, and that's what we were looking to do.
A good win against Australia, a good win against New Zealand tonight. So you're in the right frame of mind heading into the World Cup, aren't you?
Well, we have been playing some good cricket. You know, we played well in South Africa as a unit, and you know, it's a good start. You know, we have played well in the first 2 games here, but you know, we don't want to take anything for granted. You know, we know that all the teams have come prepared really well here, and all the teams can definitely will be looking forward to win this World Cup, and we don't want to take anything for granted. We just want to keep things very simple and keep on doing the work we've been doing, and look forward to enjoy each and every match, and not think about too much about the results. Just stick to our basic and look to play some good cricket.
Well, it was earlier in the day that India set a target of 361 runs for the Kiwis, and MA Chidambaram Stadium's jam-packed crowd bore witness to some scintillating deliveries from Gautam Gambhir and MSD, proving to be one of the best warm-up matches in cricketing history.
Sachin Tendulkar was back to the playing 11 against Kiwis today, but failed to impress as he got out very cheaply at the score of just 17 runs. Sehwag too followed him quickly, and India was in big trouble at the end of the first power play, with both the openers back in the pavilion at the score of just 42 runs. From there, Gautam Gambhir and Virat Kohli took the innings forward steadily. Both the Delhi batsmen built a strong partnership of 106 runs before Kohli got out in the 30th over after scoring 59 runs. Following Kohli's dismissal, Gambhir took the charge and scored 44 runs in just 31 balls. But he missed out on a well-deserved run and got out at the score of 89 runs. Suresh Raina joined the skipper on the crease, and both of them took the Indian innings to a different level. In the last 10 overs of the innings, India scored 136 runs, with Dhoni scoring 79 of just 33 balls. Raina too played a brilliant knock of 50 runs, but the highlight of the match was Dhoni hitting 7 fours in a row. This is the highest ever total by the Indian team at the MA Chidambaram Stadium, but unfortunately, this being a warm-up game, it won't be counted as an official ODI score. In Chennai with Sudarshan, this is Ashmit Kumar for NDTV Hindu.
We'll hope to see a repeat of the win in the matches to come. But clearly, a ticket for the World Cup, so it really does keep most of the worries away and your doctor at bay. This is where NDTV Hindu plays Santa with a special contest. This is your ticket to the wicket. So here's a chance to take home a ticket to the first league match that Chennai City plays host to right here at the MA Chidambaram Stadium. That match is between the Kenyans and the Kiwis. All you have to do is weave us a line about your favorite team or squad. Spin us that one-liner. It has to be wacky, snappy, and you can mail it to us to feedback@ndtv-hindu.com or just SMS us at 9962504179. The winning entry will be announced on the 18th of this month, and you might just never know. You could be the lucky one with that one-liner. And some more news making headlines in the state and the nation in the big news on the 2G scam probe today. CBI officials grilled Reliance Communication boss Anil Ambani for 3 long hours at its headquarters in the capital today. Sources say this was in connection with his company Reliance Communications being looked at as a beneficiary of 2G spectrum license as part of the investigating agency questioning all telecom players that got licenses. Meanwhile, Anil Dhirubhai Ambani Group, known as ADAG, has issued a statement that he was not summoned and that he had merely met CBI officials during a weekly visit to Delhi to clarify on ongoing issues. Sources in the CBI said that it was too early to talk about Anil's criminal culpability, but added that CBI is probing why he pulled out of Swan Telecom. Now, the 2G scam was a topic that was also inevitable for most who were present at the Prime Minister's interaction this morning. And clarifying his role on the scam, Dr. Singh said that he had written to the former minister, A. Raja, on the 2nd of November in 2007 and asked him to ensure fair play. Raja had then replied to him and assured him of transparency, and also said that the auction would not give a level playing field to all of the players.
I listed a number of issues and I said to him that you must look into these issues and ensure that they are dealt with in a fair and equitable, transparent manner. One of the issues I had asked him to look into was the possibility from legal and technical angle of having an auction of spectrum. Mr. Raja wrote back to me almost on the same day, our letters crossed, and he said, I have been absolutely transparent in my dealings. I will be so in the future, and that you have my assurance that I have done nothing and I will do nothing which will not be. Why I did not proceed further with this matter of pricing of spectrum, Because if the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Telecom both agree and they have the obligation in terms of the cabinet decision of 2003 to decide that matter, and also since TRAI is a expert body, Telecom Commission has experts. If all of them were of the same view, I did not feel I was in a position to insist that auctions must be insisted.
Well, the ruling party in the state, the DMK, has now reacted to Dr. Singh's comments over the Spectrum case. The spokesperson of the party has now said that the Prime Minister's comments will not affect relations and that A. Raja had clearly stated that he had followed TRAI's recommendations and followed his predecessors.
He was very clear on his speeches, and I think it has nothing like accusing the coalition or something. No, see, Raja had very clearly stated that he had followed the TRAI recommendations and the same which was followed by the earlier incumbents in the opposition. That's all. He has not said anything wrong about the coalition.
Meanwhile, breaking the silence on involvement of Kalangnia Television in all of the 2G scam, there has now been a response by the managing director of the channel, Mr. Sharath Kumar. He has said, and I quote, "The CBI can come and inspect our office anytime. Everything is clean," unquote. Well, moving to news from the main opposition camp, Ms. J. Lalita today claimed to be one main person to force the DMK chief to sit up and make a hasty denial of receiving any letter from Tata Group's chairman Ratan Tata. The document, which has in it praises for the former scam-tainted telecom minister and had also raised many questions, reportedly was hand-delivered to him by Ms. Radia. Jayalalitha demanded why the letter was not refuted earlier when it was exposed in the media. She has also questioned why Ms. Radia and Tata have been silent ever since the news broke. In a statement, the AIADMK's General Secretary also said that a top official with Tata Teleservices had confirmed the letter, which was reportedly delivered by lobbyist Neera Radia. Up ahead on the bulletin, if language can connect people, it can also disconnect opportunities for some. Find out why the campus's pulse isn't beating right this time around.